Engine 1, medic 2, 3-year-old, sick person, Charlie level.
Fire alarm. Both companies responding. Engine 1, medic 2.
Another call in that part of town, EMS pending.
Okay. You're going to need a diabetic with that one.
The Windham Fire Department has prided itself on providing the highest level of care that it can to its citizens and its visitors. Southern New Hampshire is growing greatly, and there is an increased demand for services.
Back when I started, we were averaging 500, 700 calls a year. Today, we are at over 2,000 calls for service. We've grown.
And every year for the last couple of years has been record-breaking amount of calls. It's getting difficult to continually cover every single one of the calls. Timely response to any incident is critical. Fire doubles very quickly. Anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes, you're looking at the size of that fire doubling. So the longer that response is delayed, the greater and bigger that fire is going to be.
If they're requesting an ambulance, they have a medical call, chest pain, or if it's a cardiac arrest or an overdose, which the town does see, that cardiac arrest, brain death occurs in less than 5 minutes.
We're out on another call, and we're getting 2-3 calls at once. You very well could see us, delayed a significant amount of time.
So for us to have a good response time, it makes all the difference in the world. The last time we added any personnel on was back in 2008, and our population back then was roughly 13,000 people. We want to look to put on 4 additional firefighters because we serve a population now of about 16,500.
Almost 40% of our calls are simultaneous. That means we're dispatched for the first call. 40% of the time we're going to get another call right away.
We're having to rely on our mutual aid partners, our neighboring communities, to come in with their fire engines or their ambulances, depending upon the call, to help us out. So we're now on our, what I believe is our 7th or 8th call. There's actually another simultaneous call. We have no ambulance available at the time because our ambulance was committed to the first call. We had to have Derry come with their ambulance. Simultaneous calls are a real problem, and as you can see today, we face it on a near daily basis.
If it needs an immediate transport, we have to wait. We did today. We had to wait for the next town to come and take a patient, a retired fire chief, because we were busy.
I can't even tell you how many times it's happened in less than a year that I've been here.
Currently, we don't have the staffing to staff 2 ambulances at the same time. We do have 2 ambulances here at the station at all times. If we have the staffing, we would be able to provide adequate coverage.
Allow us as firefighters to get your vote of confidence by adding the 4 firefighters on duty. That'll help the first call, the second call, and maybe even the third call.
We applied for a SAFER grant through the federal government that allows an opportunity for our communities to increase staffing levels.
The federal government is going to cost share the positions over 3 years, and then after the 3rd year, it will be absorbed into the budget to continue those positions on from there.
We were very, very happy to have the ability to present the town with this grant to help offset the much-needed firefighters and the cost of putting them on.
We're trying to be fiscally prudent to the townspeople and keeping that cost as low as possible, knowing that we need to add more firefighters to this department. 4
communities in Southern New Hampshire, all border towns to Windham, received this grant. I'm not aware of any other communities in New Hampshire or even New England where this has happened in the past.
I'd rather have a small increase in taxes, and have emergency services be there when I need them.
Everyone that needs help will always get it. With additional staffing, we'll be able to cover that second and possibly that third call a higher percentage of the time than we are able to right now.
So now we humbly ask the residents of Windham to approve the acceptance of a federal grant, the SAFER grant, so that we can put these 4 firefighters on staff permanently.
Engine 1, mutual aid to Pelham, Waterside Drive, smoke from the building. 1521.